This universe is created by a very versatile, top notch, excellent, perfect engineer. And the engineer designed this universe with a lot of things in his mind, like what he wants to be done in the whole universe forever. And he is such an excellent creator that he originated everything that we see in this universe when it did not exist. There was nothing except him. He was alone. There was no father or mother for him. And he is not the son or daughter or any kind of blood relative to anyone. He is the sole engineer of this entire universe. He is the master and expert of all the subjects that humans will ever study on this planet Earth. He existed before anyone, and he wanted a creature better than all of his creatures to worship him like they don't. And he provided abilities, special abilities, so many special powers to that kind of creature to let him, to let them worship him. But sadly, those who he created with a special protocol did not value him as he deserves. Meet the very powerful engineer of the entire universe, whose name is Allah, the master of the universe, the creator of the universe, the originator of the universe, the one who created sun and moon and floated them away in the air. Wow, Alhamdulillah, what a power. He originated, he created sun, he created moon, and then he circulated them and he started their movement. How did he do that? Even a magician cannot do that. Is there any magician on planet Earth who can control the movement of sun and the movement of moon and change its direction? Or maybe, perhaps, is there any magician or a religious or a spiritual leader who can split the moon or change the direction of the sun or split the sun and join the sun back to it? Or is there anyone? Is there any human? I will say now human because humans are the ones who are creating, engineering, and originating so many things on the planet Earth since centuries. These are the humans who are doing it. I have never seen monkey to be building computers, mobiles, and other kind of so many inventions. Monkeys do not do that. It clearly proves that monkeys are not the one who created the humans, and humans are not from the monkeys because a father is far better who teach the student who teach his son or children. So there were no monkey schools, no schools of monkey, no training for monkeys, no institute, no colleges for monkeys, and monkeys did not invent anything. So it means humans are doing it. Birds are not inventing things. Lions are not doing it. Cats are not doing it. Insects are not doing it. Birds are not doing it. Clouds, trees, vegetables, fruits, these things are not inventing the things. Clear? But we can see that the earth originates something from its inside, and it brings the leaves and the branches, and they come up, and then they demonstrate something: flower, fruit, vegetable, ananas, apple, banana, and these sort of things. But from where they are coming? From the earth, mud, clay. How can clay transform itself into a beautiful flower? How can the clay transform itself into a beautiful fruit? How can the clay transform itself into a giant tree, a stick, a hard stick, a strong stick, and very large area stick? I would say that. So, how is it all being happening? Because that engineer is so perfect that he designed this universe and this planet Earth better than all the creators. And who are those creators? Obviously, in this whole universe, there are no creators except Allah or humans. It is not the competition of Allah versus humans. It is not a comparison of Allah versus humans, but Allah is the creator and humans also create things. Because Allah has given this ability of creation to human. And humans create things with their limitation, with their limited knowledge, with their abilities that Allah has given to them to think, to communicate. Allah communicates, human communicate. Allah speak, human speak. Allah think, human think. Allah watch, observes, other human does it as well. Allah speaks so many languages, human does it as well. Allah has given this kind of things to humans and so many other kind of abilities like spiritual abilities as well, where the human can be sitting on its position and he can spiritually without touching a patient. He can heal the patient, he can cure the patient, he can transform its organs and kidneys and these kind of things, and the things can be repaired once again like brand new. Allah has given these kind of abilities. I personally know a spiritual surgeon in Pakistan. He does it. A spiritual doctor in Pakistan who does it. He spiritually remotely treat the patients. He spiritually treat their organs and internal body parts without touching, without opening, without surgery, and he does it remotely. And I have created the videos about him. He is Maulana Abrar Alam. You can watch the videos about him, right? And one another, he is the dead Muslim martyr, 𝘘𝘶𝘳𝘢𝘳𝑒𝘥 Baba. You can check the playlist and videos about him as well. He is a surgeon, he is doing it, but he is dead. A dead is doing the medical operation. It's a marvelous thing happening in this on this planet Earth by the permission of Allah. Allah has given him this ability and powers. So these things prove that humans have some things, not only in this physical world when they are alive, but even when they are dead, they have abilities that are working. But these abilities after death only works in Islam. Islam gives this opportunity to a human that when he is a Muslim and obedient to Allah and he practice and obtain physical powers, spiritual powers, technical powers, emotional powers, and financial power and other kind of things, as soon as he dies, and not actually die, just travel from this planet Earth to the realm of souls, alam barzakh, the world of souls, before the day of judgment. Another world is there. So when as soon as he tests the death, Allah gives him so many things additionally, better than this world. His powers, physical powers, spiritual powers, technical powers, uh, financial powers, emotional powers, happiness power, and everything just increased by unlimited multiplier. I would say unlimited because there is no limit then. But the condition is that the person should be obedient of Allah and a practical good Muslim, and he must follow the teachings of the last prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Anyway, come back to the point. So the creator, the universe engineer is Allah. And the engineer is that, I mean, how can an engineer transform a drop of water in a human? How can an engineer transform a drop of water into stones and blood and then organs and create the eyes from the water? The water is transforming itself into eye or in kidneys. How did these things created? My hands, my eyes, my nose, okay, my organs, my kidneys and internal stuff, even yours, my stuff, I know. If you don't believe, I don't care. What I believe, my physical body, this physical body was created in the womb of my mother by Allah. He brought me out from the womb of my mother, and when I came out on this in this world, since my childhood I was observing things and I was experiencing so many spiritual things, spiritual events with me from Allah, especially related to clouds, related to raining, related to storms, thunderstorm, thunder strikes, etc., which were connected to me since my childhood, and they proved to be true because when I became 40 years old, by the mercy of Allah, I performed so many miracles with the power and permission and command of Allah, especially when He provided me opportunity and gave me intuitions to do those miracles. I performed them, and the results were astonishing, and they are shared on the social media, which is the reason I have created so many courses, so many videos, and so many playlists regarding who controls the clouds, who is the creator of clouds, who is the originator of clouds, who is the engineer of cloud, and who brings the water from the sky, and who brings the fruits and vegetables through the water when it falls down. Allah is the one who originates the clouds in the air. He moves them to any location where He wants on the planet Earth, and He then drop the water to the area, provides the water to people, to animals, to birds and trees, and etc. where He wants, and then drive them away. He brings the cloud over a city. He disperses him, vanishes away. It is not happening automatically. It happens when Allah creates them, when Allah originates them. They happens when Allah does it. Because if they would be happening automatically, I would not be able to bring the raining uh, over the Gaza city. Obviously, I was behind that miracle by the permission of Allah, by the will of Allah, that I was able to reign over the Gaza city remotely from Pakistan by the special grace of Allah. I am the one who performed this miracle in the 21st century, whether you believe or not. But I am not the engineer of universe. So how could I do that? Because I prayed, I performed my efforts, Allah provided the result. Allah is the one who was behind that. If there is no engineer in the universe, if there is no controller of the clouds in the air, why I'm talking about the clouds, why I'm talking about the engineering of universe, why I'm talking about this stuff, because on the planet Earth, the things which are in control, people say you did it yourself. Like if there is a tree, I'm showing that a tree is transformed in the name of Allah near my house, people say you did it yourself. If I show them that Allah has written uh, his name on the walls of my home, naturally people say that you did it yourself. If I say Allah brought his name, Allah, on my prayer mat on which I pray, people say do it, you did it yourself. So many things are there. But when I say that the clouds are in the air, I am on the earth. Clouds are higher than me. I cannot touch them. How can clouds come over my head? Again and again, countless times, and the clouds transform themselves into name of Allah and the name of Muhammad. Peace be upon him. The name of last prophet is Muhammad. So how and why clouds come to my home and they transform themselves into the name of Allah? It happens so many times. I have shared these miracles on social media openly for the people of the world, to let them think why this happening to me, at least. Because I research on the existence of gods, on the existence of truth, of religions. I perform spiritual experiments a lot of time, and Allah produced amazing results for me and for proving the truth of Islam as well. He made me a strong believer on His existence, and He made me a sign for the people to see what Allah does for whomsoever He wills. So that kind of engineer who can transform the water into wine, transforming the water into cat, transforming the water into trees, transforming the water into living creatures, insects and lizards and crocodiles and rhinoceros and the big shark and the whale. These all living creatures, which are living creatures on the planet Earth, they are created from water. What kind of engineer is Allah? Is He? What kind of engineer is He? How can He transform the water into so many living creatures? I don't see. I don't. I don't. I think what I think. It is impossible for humans. A human cannot transform water into living creatures. Simple as that. Period. Now think another thing. When Allah provided the life to humans and all other creatures, but why is that? If you look at the natural objects like fruits, vegetables, trees, clouds, and other kind of creatures like animals, birds, insects, you will notice one thing very carefully, that when the natural creatures like fruits are there in fresh condition, after a while, in a cold weather or in a hot weather, it does not matter. In cold condition, in hot, any condition, in hot condition, you see that after a certain period of time, the fruits decompose, vegetables decompose, and it happens they start transforming into bad condition. Not able, we cannot simply eat them. And we see insects are decomposing, animals are decomposing, birds are decomposing, clouds are coming and going. It is like a decompose. It's coming, starting and ending, starting and ending. So if there is a start, there is an end. But there is a difference between the dead bodies of the Muslims and non-Muslims. The human starts The human physical body, not the human. Humans are the actual souls. When the physical body of human starts in the womb of his mother, when he comes out and perform his life operations, eating, drinking, doing business, doing transactions, enjoying the luxuries of life and other kind of things, and suddenly when he dies, we see that there is a major distinction between the dead bodies of the Muslim versus non-Muslim. And what engineering is there, that the laws of physics, laws of biology, laws of chemistry, and other kind of subjects that the humans know in this planet, on this planet Earth, everything is just like useless on the dead bodies of the pious Muslims, the Muslim martyrs, the righteous believers, the good practical Muslim, and I would say in short, the Sunni Muslims, because they are Muslims, but they practically follow the teachings of Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. So basically, the true followers of Islam who pleased Allah, and Allah is happy from them. So in short, if Allah is happy from someone, He does not let his dead body decompose, which is the reason in Gaza city, there are so many Muslim martyrs whose dead body is in intact condition, and they have fresh blood. Their dead bodies have fresh blood inside. Their dead bodies did not decompose. Their blood did not decompose. Everything, their organ, their blood, their physical things, stuff is in the same way when they were martyred. Whether their physical body is in correct condition, whether that was blasted or cut it down in the pieces. But in what condition they were, if they were true martyr, if Allah was pleased with them, Allah has kept their dead bodies in fresh condition. This is the engineering of Allah. He knows how to stop decomposing of a dead body. He knows how to keep the blood fresh in the dead body. That is the reason not only the Muslims, the last Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, his dead body is still in the intact condition in his grave with fresh blood, and every organ is in intact condition, and very versatile body. And all his followers who are true followers of last Prophet Muhammad, their dead bodies also remain in fresh condition. And it proves the statement of Allah in the Quran, chapter number 2, verse number 154, and chapter number 3, verse number 169, in which Allah has claimed about the martyrs who are slain in the way of Allah, that do not think that they are dead, and do not assume that they are dead. Sorry, do not think that they are dead, and do not say that they are dead. Rather, they are alive, but you don't perceive. So we don't know how they are alive, but they are alive. And Shayakik Baba, the surgeon soul, who is doing the medical operation in this physical world of incurable patients, is the practical proof of life of a Muslim martyr. Because how a dead can do it? He is not actually dead. He is spiritually alive. And he is performing his medical operation and surgeries. But he cannot be detected in machines of humans. He is doing it. He is doing it spiritually on the planet Earth. After he was martyred 500 years ago. And the Maulana Brararam, he is physically alive, and he is doing remote treatment, remote healing, remote spiritual treatment. They have this knowledge. They have the knowledge. Allah has provided them this knowledge, because Allah is the greatest teacher as well. He is not only an engineer, he is not only a scientist, he is not only a designer, he is not only a developer, he is not only a programmer, he is not only an animator. He is not only the master and king and creator of all the subjects that human will ever know. He knows what nobody knows. Allah has unlimited skills, unlimited knowledge, unlimited talents, unlimited wealth, unlimited everything is unlimited with Allah. And there is no expiry to the skills and abilities and the beauty of Allah. He is the sustainer of whole universes, whether you call it multiverses or whatever. So the sun and moon revolving or whatever they are doing, the planet Earth and all the stars and billions of stars or trillions of sands, particles and atoms and trillions of humans and their dreams on this and creatures and dead and alive. Allah observes everything without sleeping. Allah never sleeps. Allah never eat. Allah never need to go to Nauzubillah toilet. But those who are humans, they need to eat food, they go to toilet, they were born, they were created in the womb, and they die on this planet Earth physically. So how is it possible, and how it became so easy for 5 billion people of the planet Earth to start worshipping humans by calling them gods or son of God? Allah never did any sex. That's bullshit which people associate with him when they call Allah has son or Allah has daughter. To hell their false claims against Allah. Allah does not have any wife. He does not have father or mother. He does not have children. He is alone. He does not have any partner. He does not uh, bring someone into his order to share himself. No, he does what he wills. He created this entire universe by his own will, the way he wanted, and he did it. Angels are worshipping him. There are jinns and devils. Allah is the king and king of devils. Allah is the king of jinns. Allah is the king of angels. Allah is the king of lions. Allah is the king of lizards. Allah is the king of scorpions. Allah is the king of snakes. Allah is the king of clouds. Allah is the king of trees. Allah is the king of vegetables. Allah is the king of fruits. Allah is the king of flowers. Allah is the king of insects. Allah is the king of snakes. How many things are there which belongs to Allah? All powers and praises belong to Allah. Allah is the ultimate king, the mighty, holy, Lord, King, greatest, mighty God of universe. There is no God except him. So accept the ownership of Allah on universe, accept the power of Allah over universe, accept that there is no God except Allah, and accept that all the non-Muslims are worshipping false gods, accept that all the non-Muslims are following false religions, accept this fact that newborn babies in the womb of their mothers are created by Allah, and there is no partner of Allah who creates the babies in the womb of their mothers, which is the reason when they come out, they only say the name of one God, that is Allah. You can search on YouTube. Newborn babies say Allah, 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 and you will find a lot of newborn babies who are saying the Allah, Allah, Allah. They are not even calling the name of their mothers. They are calling the name of Allah. They are not calling name of any imaginary God who people invented ever in centuries. But they are calling the name of Allah, Allah, Allah. If you go to YouTube channel, God of Nature, you will see a lot of natural creatures who are calling the name of Allah, who are worshipping the name of Allah. And they are practically showing, but not they are showing, Allah is practically showing through them the truth of his verses in the Quran, chapter number 61, chapter number 6:1, and verse number 1, in which Allah claimed regarding the tasbih of animals, tasbih of these creatures, like they speak the glory of Allah, they say the name of Allah. Obviously, Allah practically demonstrating it in the 21st century, and he has done it. People say if there is a God, why does not he show himself? Why does not he show the open signs to clear with conviction it to people of the world that who is he? Why are we so confused about religions? Why are we so confused about existence of God? Why are we so confused about how many gods are there? How can there be remaining a confusion when someone who can use his brain properly and common sense properly, when he will see the natural objects and natural things and natural clouds and natural creatures, natural fruits and birds and animals, and these things have the name of Allah personally engraved on them by Allah. The name of imaginary gods do not appear on the natural objects of the universe. It is Allah who does it because he is the engineer. When he designs something, he simply write down his name on his any product. Allah. in Arabic. He sent his final book in Arabic. He sent his final messenger in Arabic. He sent his final messenger in Arabic to Arab, and he demonstrates his name and the name of his last prophet Muhammad in Arabic in the 21st century through natural creatures. So engineer can do it. He is the engineer of universe. He can do it. I wanted to talk about today regarding the engineer of universe, and that is Allah, no one else. So accept that if you are a non-Muslim, and increase your faith if you are a Muslim, and never associate any human with Allah. Never associate any Muslim saint with Allah. When I say associate, it means that do not consider any saint, any scholar, any religious spiritual leader, any magician, any father, any mother, any child, any teacher. Do not associate anyone with Allah. Okay? Do not associate anyone with Allah, like by considering them equal to Allah or more than Allah. Nah, 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 nah. Allah alone. Allah alone, one, single, alone. The rest of all are below Allah. None is like Allah, none is equal to Allah, none is comparable to Allah. There is not even a comparison of Allah anyway. So, all those who you know personally, whether they are spiritually powerful, technically powerful, emotionally powerful, financially powerful, physically powerful, socially powerful, whatever kind of powerful, they are just a tiny creature of Allah. If you look at the if you look at humans from the upper sky view, you will say how tiny are these human beings. They look like ants are walking on the earth. So how can these small tiny humans, when you look from the sky, from the higher view, how can this tiny stuff can be comparable to the mighty holy engineer of the universe? They are just nothing to Allah. Like they are just nothing to Allah. Allah can destroy everything and it does not affect him. Like there is no decrease in his kingdom. And if all the people of the planet Earth start worshipping Allah, it does not increase his worth. If all the people of planet Earth start insulting Allah, just for the sake of argument, I'm saying, it does not decrease his value. It does not affect his kingdom. He is the master and owner of trillions of trillions of trillions of quadrillion of patani. I mean, I just don't know the name. How many kind of creatures he owns, and you can never imagine the kingdom and mastery of Allah. He is beyond imagination. He is beyond explanation. He is beyond the powers which we can think and assume. We can only know what we can see, what we can understand, what we can try to research. And I, myself personally, even after my decades of experiences of life, I still consider myself as the student of knowledge. I'm still learning. I'm a student. Yet, whatever I have done, I'm still a student and I know very less. There is so much I don't know. Okay? But all praise goes to Allah. Allahu Akbar.